I think many firms understand how big it's going to be in electric vehicles. No one's giving it credit for autonomous.
That's good. So maybe a new price target.
Yes, and we've just finished our model. We're going to write the blog with it. Yeah, so stay tuned.
Scott, I don't understand why people are so focused on selling things that work. The big disruption that's coming is to power utilities.
So Cathie Wood, aka, the money tree, the queen of investing, has blessed us with the news that pretty soon we're about to find out the new Ark Invest price target for Tesla, which is going to be one of the largest catalysts for Tesla coming up in the very, very short term. And in this video, I want to talk a little bit about Ark ideas and what we could possibly see on this new price target. And I'm also going to be including some brand new news from Tesla's energy side that just broke out that is also going to be part of Tesla's valuation coming up in the future. So if this is something that you find interesting and you do enjoy the video and this is your first time watching the channel, consider subscribing to Electric Invest and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video on Tesla. And with that being said, let's begin. So back a couple of years ago, back in 2018, Ark Invest ended up releasing the first price target report for Tesla, which included a base price target at the bottom low tier of $7,000 pre-split, but with a bull case of all the way up to $15,000 a share, obviously pre-split, strictly based on a 25% likelihood of Tesla's autonomous future. Now, based on some of the interviews from Cathie Wood and Tasha Keeney from Ark Invest, we have seen that their conviction has actually increased even further on Tesla of having an even higher likelihood of dominating the EV space when it comes to the autonomous future.
Everyone wants to know what your new price target is, Cathie, because the last time you gave that price target, it seemed crazy to a lot of people, and then not so much when Tesla actually rocketed 700%. So where are you now on where that stock goes?
Well, we're about to publish, I'm hoping it's within a week or two, our new forecasts. Our confidence in Tesla has gone up for a number of reasons. One, it didn't lose share of the electric vehicle market when all of the traditional luxury brand names started bringing their own electric vehicles to market. Instead, what happened? Its share moved up to more than 20% and roughly 80% in the US market, 80% of electric vehicles. So that's the first source of confidence, market share up, not down. The second is autonomous.
And the higher odds that autonomous is going to happen for Tesla. We know it can be done. Tesla has so much more data than Google or anyone else or everyone else combined that we think it's in the pole position.
Now, the outdated $15,000 a share that Ark Invest ended up giving Tesla would account for a roughly $3,000 a share adjusted to the 5-to-1 split number. Their conviction has actually increased even further than that 25% likelihood that Tesla will definitely be in an even better position of reaching the upper end bear case that they have. So we could potentially see that Tesla would have a price target way higher than $3,000 a share adjusted to today's prices. And just over the weekend, we learned that Elon is actually doubling the size of the autonomous full self-driving software beta version, which is the one that has the highest features available that you could ever get from Tesla. As of recently, Tesla only had 1,000 testers that were able to utilize the data and let the car take them from point A to point B. In many cases, most cases that is, without having little to almost any interventions at all with the vehicle. And longtime automotive expert and engineer Sandy Monroe ended up experiencing the beta testing firsthand with only the best impressions so far.
So how much touching are you doing on the wheel?
Nothing other than a turning force nudge. So it's gonna go.
So what happens when it turns green but the arrow's not on?
By the way, I'm literally not doing anything right now. So that's a left-hand turn right there. Navigate on autopilot, can't make left turns.
This drives a little more like what I would do.
So it's identifying and color coding everything. So everything that's red is like a curb. Cars in front of me are green. Cars to the left of me are blue. And then mediums, like here, you can see the medium over there is purple. So it can already see like all the lanes that are happening, right? And again, it's doing the full turn itself.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
Now, it is not perfect. There are times in which testers still needed to gain control of the vehicle, but contrary to what a lot of people say, it is definitely by far one of the most advanced features out there. So right now with the 1,000 current testers, that would mean that there would be an additional 1,000 new testers, putting it at a total of 2,000, and then 10 times more than that could potentially be 20,000 testers for the version 8.3. The version 8.3, as far as we know, it is going to be even more advanced because every time the software keeps getting better and better and better. I gave many multiple examples in previous videos about Tesla being able to calculate the path to avoid obstacles, because unlike competitors like Waymo who utilize maps and the cars are not able to drive anywhere else but in those specific streets, the software basically learns like a human by analyzing data and planning paths, giving it the ability to drive anywhere on any street regardless of where you are. And with more beta testers now being able to feed the software more data, it is able to achieve that a lot faster. And this is why Cathie Wood is so bullish on Tesla and why we're gonna be getting this new price target coming soon in the next week or two. Now, although this is tremendously exciting news, the energy sector of Tesla is said to be just as big, with tremendously great news happening right now.
I think the reality is that Tesla is a distributed energy business, right? They are figuring out how to harness energy, how to store it, and then how to use it in a way to allow humans to be productive.
Not just with the solar and solar roof applications, but also with the Powerwall and the Megapack grand utility battery storage systems, which they have already been ramping up all around the world, starting with Australia, which automatically ended up saving millions of dollars compared to traditional fossil fuel plants, to the brand new news that we now have that Tesla is actually going to be building a 100 megawatt power pack that is going to be connected to the grid in Texas. Now, when we get a little bit of more information over here coming from Bloomberg, we see that a Tesla subsidiary registered as Gambian Energy Storage LLC is quietly building a more than 100 megawatt energy storage project in Angleton, Texas, a town roughly 40 miles south of Houston. A battery that size will power 20,000 homes on a hot summer day, but a Tesla logo could be seen on the worker's hard hat, and public documents helped confirm the company's role. As many of you guys already know, a couple of weeks ago, Texas suffered by the tremendously unexpected winter weather event that not only knocked out power to millions of people in Texas, but it also ended up temporarily shutting down the Tesla factory in Austin, Texas from being built due to the fact that the roads were inaccessible and there was absolutely no electricity available. And most of Texas only heating with electric heaters that ended up causing a tremendously high spike in the electrical surge, and the plants just couldn't keep up with it. But not everybody was in the dark. There was actually many videos of people that ended up actually having power, and those people were people who had the Tesla Powerwall, which is the smaller residential unit of power battery storage that you can have on your home separately from the grid. So there were many neighborhoods that were in complete blackout, and those neighbors were actually very curious in how they could also power their homes with Tesla Solar and Tesla Powerwalls, which is one of the reasons why Texas is in dire need of a new update from fossil fuels, because fossil fuel plants are not going to be able to provide the ability and agility that the Tesla's Megapack can offer. And just to give you guys a little bit of context and perspective, in the United States alone, in the fourth quarter of 2020, 2,256 megawatt hours of new energy storage systems were brought online. And this is an increase of 182% from the third quarter of 2020. And if you guys remember from the report in the Q4, Tesla ended up doing over 3 gigawatt hours of power in 2020, which was an increase of 83%. So it is already ramping up tremendously great. And this is something that we're definitely going to be expecting Cathie Wood to also consider on her new price target for Tesla, because compared to the previous price target, Tesla's autonomous software was the first thing aside from the cars that was starting to see a big ramp up. But now, not only is it going to be continuing to make headlines with the data collected, as well as the improvements that it's having with the new beta testers and more people having the ability to continue to train the software, we're having the energy side, like Chamath Palihapitiya spoke about, continue to increase. And these recent market dips that we've been having in the past couple of weeks have just been a gift, according to Cathie Wood.
According to our projections, what these last 2 weeks have done is handed those who are averaging in to these sorts of strategies, any innovation strategies, a gift, because we do believe we're on the right side of change. And disruptive innovation, transformative innovation is going to deliver exponential growth trajectories for many of our companies. In fact, most of them.
Tesla may seem overvalued to those who don't understand it because it is a company that is completely like no other. It is a company that doesn't follow benchmarks. It is a company that continues to excel. And I myself have been taking advantage of these dips tremendously on Tesla because just like Cathie Wood's conviction, my conviction on Tesla stock is tremendously astronomical. It is a company that has expanded to store so much more than vehicles. And with the future being autonomous, it is one of the reasons why I ended up doubling down and purchasing more Tesla shares. And I am not selling a single share whatsoever for at least the next 5 years. Now, this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing because of my belief in it and also the fact that I know what's coming. Are you guys excited about this new price prediction? What about the energy ramp up of Tesla? Do you purchase more Tesla stock on the dip? Do you believe in this company for the future? I would love to read your comments down in the description below because the purpose of this channel is just to have a conversation, share my passion and love for Tesla, as well as recent news that are definitely going to be affecting Tesla stock. If you have watched up until this point and you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing to Ark Invest and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video on Tesla. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you on the next video.